What is going on, everybody? Another episode of 4x4 Camping Adventures. Today's episode, something a little bit different. We're going to do the maiden voyage in the Patrol. It's first camping trip, or I suppose first proper camping trip. I've taken it down to Augusta and that kind of stuff, but that was with the camper trailer. This one I'm going to be camping out of the Patrol, and this is a super basic setup. So pretty much got me swag, something to cook on, you know, change of clothes, all that kind of stuff. So super basic setup, but I'll get into that, you know, a little bit later when I finally set up camp, which take me probably max of about 2 minutes because there's nothing really to set up. But in this episode, it's going to be a full solo trip going down to the Murray River. Beautiful spot here in WA. So hopefully it's not too busy down there, and I can find a bit of a nice camp and you know, somewhere away from all the crowds. Hopefully, see how we go. If we can't find anything there, I might head down to Brunswick and camp there for the night. But yeah, we'll see how we go. It's just going to, you know, depend on where people are, because you don't really know that. But do enjoy me solo camps. They're a good time to sort of get out there and sort of, you know, clear the mind. You know, plan things as well. I find out my best ideas for videos and that kind of stuff come from when I go camping. So when you're out there in the elements. But yeah, do enjoy the old solo trip, and I edit and do everything myself, so it's a real good way to show you guys some of WA as well, but as well, you know, go out there and enjoy some camping. But enough rambling about me. I'm going to get on this highway, cruise down to Waroona, and head my way into the Murray River. So let's get to it. So, turned off the main freeway. It's always a good feeling when you end up going down these back roads. You got to go past some really nice farms and some really nice land around here. So big cow there. Yeah, it's always a good feeling to get off the main highway. But we're going to head pretty much all the way down to the Murray River. The next road I'm going to turn down, so I'm on Old Bunbury Road, and then I'm going to go into, I think it's Fisherman's Road. We're going to cruise down there and yeah, continue on down to the Murray River. And the campsite I'm going to, I believe it's called Upper Murray River. So yeah, if that's a bit full and there's a few too many people around there, I'll yeah, find somewhere else to go. But hopefully I haven't got too many neighbours. But yeah, beautiful scenery out this way. I mean, it's a little bit dry at the moment. We're just getting into summer. But yeah, no, it's still a bit of greenery around and stuff. So it's a big fire. No fires on this camping trip because yeah, there's a fire ban. So you can't have fires because we're in December, and all the firing, all the open fire is all finished. So I missed it by a week, which is disappointing, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm not complaining. We're going camping, so who cares, right? But I'm going to keep heading on my way down to the Murray River, and it is now 11:29, so I'm going to get some lunch in probably half an hour. Stop for some lunch. Once I hit the gravel, probably go down to about 28 psi. And main reason I want to do that is pretty much down to my pressures I would use for when I'm going through tracks and that kind of thing anyway. So may as well get down to the pressure on a nice gravel road. So I'm going to keep on hooking and turn down this Fisherman's Road, which is just coming up now. And yeah, get to the Murray River. Let's do it. All right. Just rocked up in Dwelling Up and got myself a beautiful pepper steak pie, which I'm going to enjoy real soon. But on a bit of the last legs of the journey down here, just figured I'd grab some for lunch. I was going to make something, but I figured I'll grab a nice pie and yeah, just go to the local shop here. Nothing wrong with supporting the locals around here, even if it's just buying a simple pie. But now we're on our way down to the good stuff. We're going to go hit the tracks, which is what it's all about. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this pie and yeah, start heading into the real good stuff. Let's get into it. Alright, so we are on Murray Road. and I wanted to talk about this road's actually quite corrugated. So I want to talk about how it drives over gravel. So as you can probably see by the camera, we're on actually a pretty corrugated road, but it's not too bad at all. Like, I'm not actually getting too much coming through the steering wheel. Obviously I can hear a little bit of stuff in the back, but that's just my gear sort of moving around. But there's quite some this one here, don't even really notice the huge holes. And that was quite a big hole. Like, if that was my Trident, the whole thing would have moved around. I probably would have shifted off the road. So definitely finding this is really comfortable to drive on gravel. And the other thing as well, with this, it's super compliant. So when you're driving on the gravel, you do notice the car sort of skims a little bit, especially on like your real loose surface gravel roads. But this just seems to be, hanging on. And obviously it is, full-time four-wheel drive, so that's definitely going to make a big difference. You've got more wheels on the ground, and you've got more traction essentially, because your wheels are front wheels are doing something as well as your back wheels. But super compliant. Like, I'm really happy with how this thing drives over gravel, and because we're taking this thing up to Monkey Mire and that kind of stuff next year. And I know there's some real bad corrugations, that kind of stuff up there. I'm going to be really happy with it. If it performs like this, it's going to be really, really good on those roads. So, happy days. So I'm going to keep cruising down Murray Road. There is a junction where I need to turn in somewhere here. That'll take me down to the Murray River. It's 12:48 now, so we're cruising along. And as I said, I'm just going to try and get to camp a little bit early, park up, and and start enjoying the scenery around me and soak it all in. So next part of the journey, you'll probably see me cruising into camp, I reckon, or if we can find some cool tracks on the way, we'll get those recorded as well and get some footage on the way. But let's keep on cruising. Alright, here we are. What a spot, eh? So I'll just take you around. Right next to the river here, it's so quiet. As I said, there's no one here. Look at this. That's just for a view. Entrance was definitely a bit tighter than I wanted, but that's okay. Can't really, beggars can't be choosers. But entrance is definitely fairly overgrown. But, it is what it is. I'll show you what the car looks like. The car looks filthy, which is a good thing. Covered in dirt and mud. All under there too. But that's why I bought her. That is why I bought her. So I'm going to set up camp and get all my sort of things prepared of where I want everything to go. Probably leave my car there because it's nice in the shade. And soak all this up. What about a bit of a time lapse of me setting it up? My camp, that is. I'll do a bit of a time lapse. So you can see what I'm going to do and how my setup is. So I suppose after the time lapse, I'll take you through my very, very basic setup of what I'm using on this trip. So let's get into it. Alright, here we go. This is my setup. So first off, got the swag. Not sure where to put that yet, I'm still thinking about it. This is my cooking setup. So I've got the Coleman Hyperflame, standard old lifetime table that I've had for 100 years, all my utensils. First aid kit down there, because there are snakes around here, so you want to make sure you've got the first aid kit on hand, or just spider bites and that kind of stuff. In here, got my chair obviously, chopping board, cheesels, my billy, and my gas bottle. Then over here, I've got just some more cooking stuff, paper towels, alfoil, that kind of stuff. This is my sink, a bit of water, plenty of water, shovel, axe. Now I just got the axe mainly for falling down trees and that kind of stuff. If there was anything on the track that I had to move out of the way. Obviously, this time of season, can't have fires. So it doesn't look like anyone's had a fire here recently, which is really good to see because it finished up, I think, about a week ago. So yeah, no one's had any fires going on, which is really good to see. So that's pretty much it. Oh, in the back of the car, I've got my Waco. That runs off the main, so it's not going at the moment because the car's not going. I brought my Interflate. I've got a stand here for the fridge because I was thinking about taking this out and putting it next to where I'm cooking and that kind of thing. And just behind there, I've just got some dry food in my suitcase, a recovery strap, and a air compressor. That's it. Can't get much more basic than this. You really can't. So the reason I went for this campsite is the shade. I've got no awning, so I need to make sure I've got shade, especially first thing tomorrow morning. Don't want to be getting burnt, all that kind of stuff. So I've got plenty of shade here, which is really good. But enough of that. I'm just going to go park my chair right down to the river there and just get a nice cool drink. Maybe something a little bit alcoholic, and soak all this in because this is a bloody beautiful little campsite. Absolutely pristine. And there's no rubbish. I can't believe it. It's the first campsite I've been to ages that didn't have any rubbish I didn't have to pick up. So have a go at this. Like, oh, perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this for the next couple of hours because it's 2 o'clock now. I've gone into camp pretty early. But yeah, I've got plenty of time to soak this up. And then I'm going to do a camp cook up tonight. Probably just over sunset because the sun's going to set down there as well. So it's just going to be beautiful, beautiful night. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Yeah, this is perfect. This is what it's all about. So yeah, that's my setup. That's what I define as basic camping. Swag. We got somewhere to cook with over here. Got a chair to sit in. You've got to have a chair. Many of you forget that. You can always sit on a log. I've got my camp oven, which I was just going to do for my meal tonight, which is going to be nachos, which is going to be a little bit tricky because I'm not sure how I'm going to do it without a fire, but I'm going to go and wing it and see how I go. But I'm sure it's going to come out beautiful. And pretty much all you need, guys. That's pretty much all you need. Super basic. But yeah, I'm going to go enjoy this site. I'll see you at dinner time. What a spot. The perfect place to cook up some nachos, I reckon. I mean, beautiful day, peaceful, bar the birds. But hopefully you don't hear them on the old lab mic. But we're gonna make nachos. Do some nachos, cooking. They're gonna go in this bad boy. Hopefully, I can get this thing working, but see what happens. I'm gonna heat it up, act like an oven, put the nachos inside, aluminium foil, that kind of stuff on top of them. Let's get to the end of the video and see if it worked. First thing you gotta do, to cook some nachos, you gotta get some beef mince. I'm gonna use half. I'm pretty hungry. So half beef mince into a hot pan. I've already oiled it. Pretty much ready to go. And then put some of the pasto spice mix straight onto the mince. Probably going to use half of it because that serves 4. So use half of it to get a little bit more a little bit more flavour. Then chili, avo fresh, a little bit of tomato paste. Put some black beans in there too. Ah, it's going to be so good. All right, they're getting crazy. Let's get this thing cooking. So first thing first, mince in the pan. Get that thing going on. Put this guy down here, and then we'll get the get it all cooking. So separate the mince. You want a nice brown mince. This Hyperflame Buddy common cooker. There's a heat into it, eh? Heat. Alright. So before we put this on, a few things we need to do. First things first, pour ourselves a bit of a cooking drink. Beautiful. Because you can't cook unless you've had a bit of a drink. Beautiful. Alright. That's pretty hard to do when you haven't got a fire. But of course, you can't do a fire. Can't do a fire with the fire restrictions. So, you got to make do with what you got. But let's get the beans out. Got to drain them. So, once your beans are drained, quick tip, if you're playing at home, get your can, put it on the edge of your table, and that will drain while you cook. Alright, so we've got a bit of cooking happening with the old mince. Now we need to add about a little bit of water, tiny bit of water, just so when we put the nacho mix in here, once we put that in, just want to make sure it's got plenty of water in there, just to form a bit of a sauce. Before we do that, I'm just going to add some black beans, chuck them in, probably in about half a can. So I'll have some with breakfast. About enough. So put the black beans in there, fry them up. Now I'm going to fry the black beans. Alright, get the water. We're going to get the spice mix in here. Bit of tomato sauce, bit of chili. Definitely a bit of chili. By the time we've got all that sorted, so let's add a little bit of chilli. Fair bit of chilli. Fair bit of chilli. Ooh. Smells good. So get a fair bit of chilli in there. It's going to be pretty cold tonight, so I would say need something to warm us up. Bit of tomato paste. Bit of tomato paste in there. So that's what you should be working with, I reckon. And then we're going to add a bit of water and a bit of the old spices. But that should be pretty good. So get your water bottle that you've been drinking out of all day. Put about that much in there. I haven't got any measuring equipment with me, so about that much. Alright. Half packet. Of nacho mix. So you want to stir this in. Beautiful. Now we're going to let it simmer for about probably 10 minutes. But this is what you should be looking at. Nice thick sauce with the beans and the chili. Beautiful. So let that simmer. Alright, so here we are. We should be pretty good now. So we've made our mince up, we've made, put the black beans in there. Now it's time to make up the actual nachos themselves. I've gone mission cheesy nachos because we're going to go cheesy as with this mix. We're going to go mission this time. And we're going to layer. Everything's about layers with nachos. And you don't want the camp oven too hot as well. So you want to have the camp oven to like a medium heat. Don't get it too hot. But just don't get it absolutely smoking like I was before. It was absolutely way too hot. Alright. Now we've got the nachos going. We want to layer it. Everything's about layers with nachos. Hence why I've got cheese. I'm going to turn you off. You should be pretty good. Get this cheese ready to rock and roll. Beautiful. Get the, whatever this cheese is, cheddar slices. These are really good on burgers too. This is the cheese I use in all my burgers. But it's resealable, but it's quite a, like a salty cheddar. It's really nice. So we'll get a couple of layers of that. We should be good. Alright, I want to make sure when we do this, it's all about the layers. So we put the first layer in. Beautiful. Yep. Beautiful. Bit of cheese on there. I'm going to put this on the first layer. Happy days. Then I'm going to go another layer of cheesy nacho chips. Add another layer. Get it in there. I'm going to put it all on this one and then put the shredded cheese on top. Whew. How good's that? Alright, get the shredded cheese. Put that on top. Because you want this to melt through. You want it to be like melty as. You want that cheese to go through, right through all everything. Alright. now we've got that sorted. Get all your stuff out of the way so you can get some alfoil. Got some alfoil. Get your thing all wrapped up. Get rid of your rubbish. Alright, let's have a look how... It's probably going to be a bit smoky because it's a camp oven, but well, that's not too bad. Happy days. As I said, you don't want it to be like really hot. You just want it to be hot. Alright. Let's get this in there. Let's get cooking. There's a fair bit of heat in here, which is good. So when I put this in, it should essentially act like an oven and cook the whole thing nice and evenly. So let's put the oven lid back on. Hear it already. Woo! So excited. I can hear this thing melting. I reckon, what do you reckon? 10 minutes? 10 minutes on there, I reckon. That's probably the go. Where's my timer? 10 minutes. Alright. While you're waiting for that to cook, do your dishes. Get your dishes done. So by the time you sit down to eat, you got nothing to worry about. You just got to eat what you made. Happy days. So I'm going to do my dishes, and then in 10 minutes time, we'll chuck some avo in there. Oh, it's going to be nachos. Oh, in the bush. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Alright, see you in 10 minutes. Alright, timer is done. Let's get these nachos out. Ready to rock and roll. Oh yeah. Let's have a look. Ooh, she's warm. Oh, yes. Actually cooked really well. I mean, looks like a bit of a mess, but that's nachos. Damn. Probably gonna need a fork, I reckon, to get into this. Alright, I'll let it cool down a little bit because she's bloody hot, being in there. Let it cool down. I reckon then we get into it. Oh, looks so good. Smells good, looks good. Ooh, smells like nachos. Smells like nachos. I mean, nachos, think about it. We're having nachos on the Murray River and there's no one here. Like, we're all alone. This is like, oh, this is primo camping, isn't it? Look, you can't have a fire, but you can still cook amazing food, in camp oven. Just chuck it on the burner, get it to act like an oven. Ah, absolutely beautiful. Alright, let this cool down. I'm gonna grab a fork and we're gonna dig into these nachos. Beautiful. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave you there. Tomorrow morning, well, I suppose the next video, well, the next part of the video, you're gonna see me waking up. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this night. It's about to hit the sunset. Sunset's coming. All the whole bush is just opening up. All the birds are crying. Bloody good time to be here. All the wildlife is just opening up. You got the whole place to yourself. Oh, it's just perfect. That said, enjoy some absolutely delicious nachos. Oh, how good is it? And cook this on your next camping adventure. Enjoy the bush. I'll see you in the morning. All right, so here we are, next morning, my first day, well, I suppose my first time camping out of the wagon. Completely different to obviously camping out of the Trident, because the Trident was, you know, really decked out, had heaps of lighting, had the solar panel, the fridge could run, you know, all day, every day, and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, definitely a different type of camping, but it's really back to basics camping. So, you know, had a lantern, had something to cook on, had something to sleep in, obviously the swag, and that's really about it. Had a table, had a chair, happy days. Now, it's probably, well, the main reason I wanted to sort of do a bit of a test run is, first off, got to go camping. Second, I wanted to make sure the draw system that I'm setting up is really going to work best for me. And there was sort of times when I was setting up and that kind of thing, and I was like, oh, I kind of wish this is, you know, all this was encased in a drawer, so I don't have to sort of worry about carrying these extra boxes or these extra tubs and that kind of stuff for X, Y, Z. So yeah, there's definitely some new ideas that I've come out of this trip that I can go talk to John about at Black Label, and we can add those things to the system or tweak a few things. But no, it's awesome to camp like this. I love basic camping. It's really going back to why I got into camping in the first place, which is, you know, going out and you know, enjoying yourself and being with the elements. And Murray River is just some of the most pristine camping sites. As I said, there was no rubbish there. I scoured the area for rubbish like I normally do. Found a few bits of glass, but you know, nothing like, maybe a handful of rubbish where I was at. So no, it was really good to see that you know, people are doing the right thing, which is even better. So yeah, I'm going to continue down this fireline track. I'm going to head my way home. So hopefully along this track there's some little bit of cool sections. Hopefully. It is pretty dry at the moment, so there's not really any bog holes or anything like that, but the car is absolutely filthy, and I have managed to, don't know how, but I managed to stake the rear tyre. There's a bit of yeah, a bit of a wood, and then, or like a stick or whatever. So the branch is going to the side of the, into between the rim and the lip. Don't know how, because I haven't really hit anything. So I must have hit it when I was parking up or something like that, or something. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'll go home and just deflate the tyre and just get rid of that bit of wood stake in there. But yeah, beyond that, nothing to report. I think I might have scratched my side skirt because they stick out further than the car, and the car's a bit of a fat whale. So yeah, I wasn't really lining myself up with the side skirts. But as I said, they're coming off for some sliders anyway, so I'm not too you know. It's not a bad scratch. It's just scuffed it, so nothing to write home about. But beyond that, she's done the trip with ease. I literally haven't had to put it in four-wheel drive. I mean, this is a constant four-wheel drive, but it's done everything I needed to with ease. So, and this is a pretty easy track, so you've nothing to worry about around here. But yeah, I'll continue my trip down out of here, and yeah, see you on the other side. So hopefully I get some nice tracks on the way. If not, yeah, I'll be cruising home. But bloody awesome trip. I've really enjoyed it. But if I don't get any tracks, what I might do is I might just end it here. And if I do, you'll see some more tracks. So hopefully the video goes on a little bit longer. But if I don't, as I said, if I don't see any tracks, I'll leave you here. Thank you for watching. As I said, this is a pretty basic video, but had a lot of fun. But if I don't see you out there in the tracks and trails, might see you in the next video. If I don't see you in the next video, I shall see you later. Like and subscribe, all that cool stuff, and yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye.